Hey, bud, we're live, big guy. Brr, brr, brr. Brr, brr, brr. How do I filter the chat? How did I do that last time? Settings? Ah, there we go. Hey, Bubba boy. We're gonna share the live out. Do 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 do. Brr brr brr. Brr brr brr. Brr brr brr. Brr 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 brr. Hey, there we go. Hello, how's it going? How's your Wednesday? Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Don't tell me what to do, YouTube. If I want to get my phone number out, I will. You're doing good? That's great to hear. Hello, hello, how's it going? Hey, Barbara, how are ya? We're doing alright. Can't complain. Started a little late today because doing some stuff and laundry and yeah, my brain just broke. Time management today has just been insane. Do I have a favorite band? I have a lot of favorite bands I like. I can never just have one favorite of anything. A punk band called the Toy Dolls. They're a UK British band from the 70s. They're really good. Ferenzl Rom, Guttermouth, AC/DC, Motley Crue, Rob Zombie, Nirvana, Sublime. Yeah, I listen to a lot of different music. So if you go to my website, actually zackhertz.com/music, I have two playlists that you can check out. One for Spotify and one for YouTube Music. Good to see you as well. Thank you, thank you. How are you? Hey, Ryami, how are you? Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what you mean by smoke hard, but I've dabbled with things here and there. Well, definitely not that. Getting ready for bed? Nice. We appreciate y'all checking in and hanging out with us tonight. What's up, Turtle? How are you? Got some mods in the house. That's awesome. Hey, Bubba. You're a good boy. Oreo's doing good. He's an ornery boy, as always. He bit my stomach earlier. Not hard, but enough to get my attention, that's for sure. Hey, bud. You're my snuggly boy. Yeah. I'm so happy his tail feathers are growing back in. That's awesome. And the vet was able to give us a bigger bottle of his medicine. So that's pretty rad. So now we don't have to get it refilled every 3 months. Cost a little extra, but that's alright. Love bites? Yeah, for sure. And he does this thing. He does it in the morning too. Like when he wakes up or when he's hanging out with me, he gets excited. One might call it a mating dance, whatever. And he'll be like sitting on my chest and he'll like bite my lip. He'll go like this. He'll just kind of like grab my lower lip with his beak. And it's not painful, but I have sensitivity issues around my face. So like it's kind of like annoying because his beak is pretty sharp. Oh, he didn't see the vet. They did it over the phone. We have to go see them. We have to go see them for the yearly checkup here in a couple months. But someone sent us some money through Cash App the other day, which is fantastic. I want to say, was it Burger Family, Burger Boy? I'm so sorry. I don't have the Cash App in front of me. I know it's Burger something. They sent us a kind contribution, and that paid for his medicine. So that's pretty cool. Around this time of the month, I'm always like strapped for cash. Which I have some Xfinity drama for you guys if you're interested. Can't put a price on Oreo? No, you cannot. And I've tried to track it through Excel, and there's just no way to put a price on such a rare, unique item. I think the price would be immortality for me and him. Or at least immortality for me, and then I can just go steal him back. Ah, Burger Boy, thank you. I need to get better about remembering everybody's usernames. Especially now that we're on YouTube. I have quite a few people on TikTok memorized. Now I gotta do it for YouTube. Burby bro Oreo. Oh, sorry, buddy. I thought that pin feather was ready. It keeps saying more comments below, but it won't scroll. Do I click it? Oh, Xfinity is so good at the drama. They could have their own soap opera. Leave my gauges alone, young man. My week's going alright, thank you. How's yours? So, Xfinity, boo, Xfinity. As many of you may or may not know, I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about it here on YouTube or if it was all on TikTok. Somehow, not by any fault of my own, they downgraded my data plan. So when I first signed up on Xfinity, I had like a basic package. Don't clip that. And I was like, oh, when I started busting through their data cap, I called and got an upgrade to the unlimited plan because, you know, live streaming takes a lot of data. And was on that for quite a while. And then something happened and they downgraded it back to some other plan. And I kept getting these text messages that said, hey, this is Xfinity, you're getting your 90, you've used 90% of your data plan. And I get a lot of scam text messages. The post office just texted me yesterday saying they need my zip code for an undelivered package with a suspicious link. So I get a lot of weird scam messages because some idiot put his phone number up on his website before he became like publicly known. And it's up there for years, so it's down now, but my number's out there. And I'm sure I'm in some database or other that's being sold around the world. And so I just ignored it because I was like, oh, I have Xfinity, I have the app, I check it. There was nothing in the app about it, so I was like, oh, this is probably some scam. Long story short, for that, I get charged like $500 from Xfinity, and they shut my internet off. Even though I was making monthly payments. But I wasn't paying the past due amount, which I didn't know about. Because like I said, I thought it was a scam. So I call them, I say, hey, why am I being charged for data? Like, I'm on the unlimited plan, what's up with that? And they go, oh, yeah, we don't know. The person I talked to said they would escalate it. They never did. A week later, I call back. That person says they're going to escalate it. They never did. Call back a third time. That person does escalate it, but they have no idea why. They keep bouncing me around to different departments. Every time I call them, I get disconnected at one point or another. So I have to call back and re-explain the situation to the next person, and it's just obnoxious. So they escalate it. I get a text saying that they put a bunch of credit on my account and everything should be good. Stupid me forgot to double check that. I didn't like check how much I owed them at that point because I figured they just wiped it out because the amount they said in the text message seemed like it would cover it. So 3 days ago, I get a text from them saying, your internet's about to be shut off again. I was like, what? Why? I call them, and the guy's like, well, he does a bunch of math and like tries to explain it to me. He's like, well, we're charging you for this and that, and then the call gets disconnected. Now keep in mind, at the beginning of the phone call, he's like, is this number a good number to call you back at? Yeah, perfect. The right number. Never get a call back. So I call back. I don't get any contact from them. I call back, and then I get stuck in the automated system. It's like, we will text you a link for a virtual assistant who can help you with all of your billing issues. And I'm like, speak to an agent, let me talk to an agent, let me talk to an agent. I'm just like saying agent over again, representative, customer service. And it's just like, I'm texting you the link for the virtual agent. Had to hang up, call back, get stuck in the virtual loop again. And I finally got it set up so that I can just make a payment next month. So it's just obnoxious. Like, there's just Xfinity. I don't like you as a company. I don't like your. I don't like it. Good night. Tap water. Sleep well. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. All that fun stuff. Unless you like nightmares. It is Wednesday for sure, and he will be getting one. Actually, we should probably do that here soon. Nothing's ever easy, especially with the cable companies. Yes. Well, and T-Mobile offers offers unlimited high-speed internet, but it's not hardline. They send you like a little satellite modem it's like, it uses the cell phone service. And I'm already on T-Mobile, and I only get like 2 bars in my room, so I know that that's not going to be sufficient. There is a local internet company here in the county, so I'm going to see if they can install it here at the house, and if they can, what their unlimited data plan costs, and then tell Xfinity to go kick rocks. So we have Lacey. My roommate Lacey's on Google Fi, which is like their mobile plan, their cell phone plan. But last I looked, I don't think Google Fiber is here currently. I live in the middle of I live in an unincorporated town. It's rural, but not that rural. But like, I don't know. I'll have to check it again. But yeah, if Google has internet, I would use them. I love Google. All my phones are Google. I have a Chromecast, which they came out with a new one. Super stoked about that. It's called the Google TV Streamer, and it's like a more advanced version of the Chromecast, and it's super accessible, much like the Chromecast. So that's pretty rad. Customer service doesn't want you to know what you're paying. Exactly. And the thing is like, the guy that I was talking to the last time, he's like, well, we're charging you a one-time installation fee. We're charging you for this and that. And I was literally about to ask him, like, what are all these fees? Like, you didn't install anything. And I have a feeling, I still haven't answered this. I have a feeling they're charging me for like a reactivation, even though they didn't shut my internet off or whatever. So I don't know. I need an assistant. Ooh, a very small town outside of New Orleans. Nice. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. What up, Brock? How are you? Brock Smith sounds like a witness protection name or a secret agent name. Sounds like a name from that show, Graceland. Graceland was like a secret agent show. I think they were FBI. Oh no, DEA. They were DEA agents who were like living somewhere in California, and they were like busting all these different like criminal empires. It was kind of the first season was really good. Second season never really got into. Xfinity's cobbled together too many cable companies, smaller cable companies that they bought. Yeah, for sure. In some ways that's good, in a lot of ways it's bad, you know? You kind of need a big company to put all the infrastructure in, but when you take out all the small businesses, no more customer service. That's good quality. And they're relying too much on AI now, and they're relying on like outsourcing to other countries, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're not a local person, then you don't quite understand like the infrastructure, and you don't understand kind of the norm. These people are trained off a manual, and when anything goes outside of that, they don't have the tools that they need to troubleshoot. It's ridiculous. Good night, Turtle. If you wait, I can give him a walnut. If you can stick around for like 2 minutes. Oh hell yeah, I'll get fat off some beignets. Beignets and chicory coffee. I know a lot of people don't like chicory coffee, but I don't mind it. It's pretty good. Come on, little buddy. Grab you some water. Wait, there's a Brock in Pokemon? I did not know that. I'm not a big Pokemon person. The only Pokemon I know is Pikachu, Jigglypuff, and Charizard. And I'm pretty certain all three of those are names from Pokemon. I know Pikachu and Charizard are. I can't remember if Jigglypuff is or not, or if I made that up. I got you a walnut, buddy. Lacey's been singing Meatloaf's I Would Do Anything for Love, and it's now stuck in my head. Secret agent man, secret agent man. He lives a life of danger or something. Here you go, bud. There's a walnut for you, young man. Can you guys see him okay, or do I need to adjust the camera? They cut corners implementing data and accounting systems, yes. Oreo looks good, awesome. Oh, there's a trainer named Brock. Okay.
Peekaboo.
Huh?
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Hi, Oreo. You eating the yummy yums?
I'm just gonna say in advance, everyone's telling you hi, I'm sure.
Hi, everyone. Turtle and Barbara. Eat that walnut. Get it. Get it, Berber. You got this. Get it. Kill it. Go. Get it. Get your walnut. Break it open. Crack it. You got this, Burby. Go, Oreo, go. Go, Oreo, go. Eat that walnut. Go, Oreo, go. Eat that walnut. Go, Oreo. Yeah, you did. You're doing so good.
Well, this is gonna be on YouTube forever, so this is good.
Sometimes we just need someone to cheer us on while we're eating.
Barbara says hi.
Hi.
Brock says hi.
Hi, Brock.
Oh, have a good night, Tupo. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Get it, Oreo. Break it open. Break it open. Row, 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 row. Get in there. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good night, Potato.
Good job.
Sleep well.
So perfect. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hi, buddy. Oh.
You're gonna get bit.
Oh, hi. Hi. I got a nice purr out of him.
It's walnut time, Dad. What if I do that? Can I pet you?
Yeah, you're gonna get bit too.
Can I pet you? I'm not getting a nice purr, am I? I was just being your cheerleader, buddy.
He's like, I'm gonna bite you.
Okay. Okay.
Where's your dog go?
In my room. I also just watched a wild reel that I definitely want to show you.
Okay. Send it to me, I guess. Or we can watch it later. If you can find it.
Oh, I'm on it. I'm currently on it still.
Hey, River, I'll be right back. I gotta get into the bathroom. Hey, bud. Hi. He is a pretty bird. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy boy. Pretty bird for the win? Hell yeah. So I was digging through a box earlier and I found one of my old cell phones. And I thought it didn't work because I thought that the screen's busted on it, but the screen, I can still actually, like, use it. I don't remember the pin for it, though. It's like an old school Google Nexus before the Pixels came out. And that was like 2017, 2018. And I have no idea what the pin for it is. So I gotta get creative and think about all my old passwords. Because I'm curious if there's anything on that phone. Hello, hello? This content is so chill and relaxing. We try to keep it that way. I let the chat pretty much dictate what we talk about and where we go for the most part. Try to build a place for everybody to come hang out, de-stress after the day, build a community of people. And every Wednesday and every Friday, while supplies last, Oreo eats walnuts. Well, a walnut. You can have too many of them because they're fattening. Yeah, they're high in fat content for burpers. But they're a delicious treat, aren't they? Yeah, you love them. Yeah, and they're good for helping keeping your beak all trimmed up. Furby, bro, whoa, whoa. Ooh, speaking of cell phones, back in the day, I had a Galaxy Edge 7 or 8, and that phone had a really cool feature. It used the fingerprint reader to check your pulse. And it'd be cool if Google implemented that on their phones. Especially now that Google bought Fitbit and they're getting into the health tech industry. Oh, I really want a Google Watch. I want one so bad. Especially since the seizure, Pixel watches can send a text to people if you have a seizure. That's a really cool feature. Hi, bud. Oh, hey. There's my lockpicks. This is an old set of lockpicks, Bubber. This was my dad's set. I stole them from him back in 2014, I think. Well, that's the wrong time. It's not 9:58, Berber. Hey, bub. You made quite the mess, huh? You've incorrectly typed your PIN. Good. Wrong PIN. Oh. Fuck. Herbert, I need you to remember the PIN for this phone. I'm pretty sure it's a 4-digit PIN. I know that much. Really, bud? You had to throw that on the ground? Oh, you emptied it, bud. You got it all out. Here. Just to prove you got it all empty. There you go. Yeah, my dad was an apprentice locksmith back in the day. And he figured out that giving his son, who has ADHD, a set of lockpicks and padlocks was a great way to keep me busy and entertained. So he taught me how to pick locks. We used to have contests. And even though he was the apprentice locksmith, I could pop padlocks faster than he could for the most part. I think my record was like 3 padlocks in 30 seconds. It makes you realize just how insecure locks are. These days, though, I only have one like little padlock that I have, so I can pop it pretty quick. I want to get some more practice locks. And like, there are people who know way too much about lockpicking. I'm an amateur at the most. Put it on your wish list. What, a Pixel Watch? I don't think I can add that to my wish list. I don't think Amazon sells Pixel Watches. There's a bunch of neat phone features that have disappeared. Yeah, for sure. Well, I had an old school Nokia E62, E61, E62. I don't know. You could put not mobile speak, nuance on it, and it was well, you could put mobile speak on it too, but ew. And it was like a BlackBerry. It had a full QWERTY keyboard on it, and it's about the size of an iPhone nowadays. And it had a big screen on it, which I didn't care about that, but it had a QWERTY keyboard on it, and I love that phone. You could set it up as a wireless hotspot, though the phone got really hot when you did that, so you had to like keep it cool. But I used that back in 2011 all the time. It was a great phone. It was all metal. It was a full metal chassis and everything. It was a sturdy built phone. I dropped that phone so many times, and it never had a problem. I even dropped it in the toilet once, and thing kept on ticking. I wish I would have kept it. I ended up selling it to another visually impaired person because I upgraded over to Android at that point. I'll have to check for Amazon for Pixel. I never have checked. See if they have Pixel watches over there. I always, if I'm getting Google stuff, I always buy it through the store so I can put like warranties and stuff on it. What's the difference between Pixel and iPhone? So Pixels are better, in my opinion. Um, it really, besides like all the tech specs, it kind of depends on what you're wanting to use the phone for and how comfortable you are with customization. iPhones, you open it up and you get what you get, and it's pretty, you can probably teach like a gorilla how to use an iPhone pretty quickly. Android these days has become a lot better about it. Um, Android has the new Pixels have their own chipset in them now, so they're really really good at like photography and video. Um, for me, the accessibility is a lot better for Android. Um, it's snappy, it's responsive. You can do a lot of like customization of the accessibility on it. Uh, a lot of the third-party apps are fairly accessible. And the biggest selling point for me for switching over to Android from iPhone back in the day was the fact I could take my phone, plug it into a computer, and not have to use iTunes to transfer stuff over. I could use my phone like a thumb drive. And I was in school at the time, so that was really important to me. I could put all my stuff on my phone and then transfer it to a computer for class, or do stuff on my phone and then transfer it to the computer for class or whatever. Um, but yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for and what you're trying to use the phone for. I am glad to see that the iPhone has standardized their USB-C now. They're not using lightning ports and stuff. That's pretty good. I really wish companies would stop using these proprietary ports and just do a standardization all across the board. Padlocks are the best representative for lock security. Yeah, for sure. Oh, bump keys are so rad. That's the one thing I cannot find of my dad's. My dad had a handful of bump keys that he bought, and then he made a few of his own. And I don't know whatever happened to them. And I never learned how to make bump keys really. Ah, handshaking. That's the other thing of his I couldn't find was a key cutter. Not the machine, but like a hand file for cutting keys. I don't know whatever happened to that. It wasn't in his stuff after he passed away. Android runs on a Linux kernel? Yes. Well, and Android is a lot easier to build for. So in college, we were trying to get a prototype app up and running for navigation for visually impaired people. Long story, ended up not really being a thing at this point because of the pandemic and shit in life just going chaotic. But in college, we were developing this app. I'm not a programmer by any stretch of the imagination, so I had a teacher who helped me put together a student coding team from the computer sciences department. And what I learned really quickly is that doing stuff on Android really simple. Trying to develop for iPhone a lot more harder. Um, you could make this program real quick for Android, and then you try to port it over for iPhone, and had to go back and rewrite the program from scratch in a lot of situations. Or the iPhone was like, no, you can't do this because this is restricted or whatever. So it was like, so that being said, I think the development side of Android a lot easier. So people that create apps are willing, are more, sorry, they're more willing to work on accessibility because it's not such a struggle for them. I've reached out to a couple apps over the years, and I'm like, hey, is there any way we can like uh, do these adjustments to the app to make it a little bit more accessible for TalkBack? And for the most part, great responses all across the board. And the other thing about Google that I don't see Apple doing is Google put together accessibility testing. So like they get real time feedback from uh, Android users that are disabled and not just blind, like motor skills, hard of hearing, learning disabilities, all that stuff. And they, they send out apps to make sure that they're accessible and stuff. And while it does have its issues, they're pretty quick about implementing their changes and the suggestions. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Brr, brr, brr. And I was actually surprised to find that I found a couple of accessible coding apps for the Android that run on the phone fairly well from my limited knowledge of coding. But I was able to write code and compile it and all that good stuff. And then I found a few Python development kits for the Windows, so that's good. And I've been reading Python books and Googling stuff. And I actually was testing Gemini the other day, and I told it what I wanted. I'm like, I want a piece of code. I want to build a dice roller, and I want it to be in Python, and I want it to I want to be able to give variables. Like I want to roll a 20-sided die. I want to roll 5 20-sided die, and then I want it to be accessible with screen reader support. And it took a few iterations, but eventually we got like an accessible Python code out of it, and it's pretty cool. Like Gemini is actually, you know, fairly. I don't think it can write complex code, and if it does, you have to like take it step by step. But I was able to get it to create that dice roller with only like 4 or 5 prompts. Oh, that's right. I forgot that you had to have a subscription for Apple. Our school had one for the computer sciences, so we just used theirs. And you had to register as like a developer or something. I can't. That whole process was a pain in the ass. How's your brother doing, Barbara? Okay, buddy. I gotta go take another piss. You're gonna host the live for me, alright? Here's the microphone. I'll be right back. You be a good boy. I'll be right back. Come on, Bubba, your turn. Yeah, Oreo is quiet tonight. He's been kind of quiet all day. He goes through stages. I'm gonna try to do a live on Saturday at some point. Not so late. We'll try to do a afternoon live instead of an evening live, so maybe he'll be a little bit more vocal. iPhone has really opened up with customization since you last used it. They now have an accessibility testing group. Nice. I'm part of it. Cool. Yeah, I while I am an Android user and I love Android, I always tell people use whatever you're comfortable with and whatever whatever personally feels right. Um, that being said, I will make sure people know that Android's awesome and that they can check it out. Especially in the blind community, there's still this like pervasive idea that Android's not accessible and iPhone's the only phone out there for blind people. And even before iPhone came out, that just wasn't. Or even when iPhone came out, there were still other phones that had accessibility built in, or not built in, but that you could easily add on. Um, and so I just my back when I was doing assistive tech training, my goal was to find whatever that person felt comfortable using and get it into their hands and teach them how to use it so that they could reconnect with the world. Because I was dealing with a lot of people who like were newly diagnosed without as blind. They were now trying to figure out how to live this life without vision, and the amount of people that were depressed and scared and having to reorganize all their day-to-day activities because they had to figure out a new way to do it was just it was intense. I did a lot of that stuff pro bono too, because like how are you gonna ask someone for $15 an hour when they have no job, they don't have government assistance yet, even when they do get government assistance they're just struggling to pay rent, you know. So the only time I ever really asked money was like if I had to travel. But if we could do it online over the over Skype or on the phone, then I would try to do that as much as possible. He is a very majestic Berber. Hi, buddy. It is funny when I had a Mac, I didn't boot camp it. I put VMware on it just so I could have Windows. Because I was like so excited to get a Mac and was like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna love it. And I did not. The only thing I enjoyed about Mac was GarageBand. Now, keep in mind, I haven't used a Mac since 2015, 2014. And back then, anytime you tried to load a Safari page, it'd be like, Safari, busy. So I would just boot up VMware and use Firefox. Firefox and OpenOffice. Oh, I saw an article the other day. I don't know if it's still happening. It might be, but you can buy Microsoft Word 2019. You can get it for a life for the life. You can get it for a lifetime for under $40. When I saw it, it was like $30. So if y'all are Microsoft Word 2019 users, you can go get a copy of it for life for $30. Yeah, the last iPhone I've used was an iPhone 8. It's the one my dad had before he passed. And I boot that thing up every once in a while, and I'm like, I just want to smash you with a sledgehammer. Hey, buddy. Is Warrior gonna sing? I don't know. We'll see. Hi, bud. Burby, bro. Hello, buddy. I will say, I had an iPhone 3. And that thing, I still have it actually. It doesn't work, but I still have it somewhere. But that thing was a tank. I dropped that thing in a urinal once. It fell down a flight of stairs. And it was a pretty sturdy device. Also, look, I know companies do this for a reason, but can they just make one model of phone that is durable as all shit? Like, can we just get like a tough built, rugged, waterproof phone, please? I know you guys make them fragile so that people break them and have to go get screen replacements and buy new phones. But I want a like durable phone. I hate having these really slim phones and then putting them in these big cases. Also, my roommate had a Pixel 7, cracked the screen on it. We took it into the place to get it fixed, and then I called them ahead of time. I said, "Hey, how much is it going to cost to replace this Pixel 7 Pro screen?" And they're like 199 or 150, 199 bucks. About. We get there, they're like $300, and I was like, $300? What are you talking about? And I go, I talked to you 30 minutes ago, and you said it was going to cost at most $200. And we're like, well, have a good day. And we walk out, and as we're walking out, the guy's like, wait, we can do it for 200. And I was like, no, we're good. I've never used facial unlock. I don't on any device, so I've never seen that message. I don't doubt it, but I don't know. Does this one even have it? Hold on. The amount of people who've had their phone hacked because people have like figured out how to like snap a photo of them or aim the phone at their face without their consent. I'm good. Hold on. Does this phone even have that? I don't think my Pixel 5 does. Security. think my Pixel 6 has facial rec. Hi, buddy. I've always wondered how, since I have prosthetics, how retina scans would work and all that. What, Bubba? Device unlock. What do we got? Fingerprint. Yep, that makes sense. Oh yeah, my phone doesn't have facial rec on it. I'll have to go grab Lacey's phone and test it. You have an iPhone 14 Pro Max? Nice. Yeah, my Pixel 5 has a fingerprint reader built into the back, which is super nice. Because that's one thing I'll say about the new Pixels. The fingerprint reader is built into the bottom of like the front of the screen, and that can be a little tricky to hit, right? So this is built into the back, and it's like a little divot. You just put your finger on it, it unlocks. Good to go. And you can also use the fingerprint reader as a rotor. I think that's what the iPhone calls it, but as a way to like change the different settings for TalkBack. So like speech rate, verbosity, granularity, movement through text, all that stuff. Yeah, I'll have to get my hands on a newer iPhone and check it out. I just like that I can customize all the talkback gestures for the most part and set it up how I want. Also, the Braille keyboard, the virtual Braille keyboard support has been phenomenal. That's one thing I'll say about Apple. They had that first. I think they ended up buying out a company who developed it. Because I remember there being like an app that you had to install for it to type in Braille on the screen. And then Apple implemented it, built it into their software, if I remember right. And then Google did it. And they have spell check and grammar check, and it's easy to select and delete big chunks of text and all that. It's really nice. I love it. I probably should make some like assistive technology videos. Oh yeah, just tapping your fingerprint to buy stuff is so nice. Hi, Bubba. Holy shit, it's almost 9 o'clock, Bubba. Wait, does this one have a fingerprint reader in it? No. Come on, little Nexus. What's your password? Midnight. Nice. I'm trying to figure out what's a good time to go live on the weekends. I know the evenings work for me because like I'm usually up at that point. Even if I take a nap like it during the day, I'm usually up by like 5, 6. But I want to get more engagement on our weekend lives, so I'm trying to figure out what's a good time to go live on the weekends. Because being in the Pacific Northwest, we go live at 5. It's 7 or it's 9 on the East Coast, 8 Central. So people are getting ready for bed. I think I did that math right. No, if we go live at 6, it's 9. If we go live at 5, it's 8. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Numbers, not so much, my friend. Yeah, I can definitely see Face ID being useful for that. Oh, you know what? Actually, here. Hold on. I'm always talking about AI. Burr, burr, burr. What are you doing, bud?
Lock screen. Fingerprint not recognized. Device unlocked. Ruler. Navigate on. Ask about screen.
Open Gemini.
I couldn't find the Gemini app on this device, but here is some information that might help. You can access Gemini on your browser by navigating to the Google AI blog. You can download the Gemini app for Android from the Play Store.
Listen. Ruler. Navigate on.
That was dumb.
Ask about screen. Add attack. Ask. Microphone. Open Gemini. Open Gemini live.
Hello, Gemini.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Does facial recognition work on Android Pixels?
Yes, facial recognition does work on Pixel phones. It's called Face Unlock, and it's pretty convenient. You can use it to unlock your phone instead of typing in a password.
Does Face Unlock work if you don't have any eyes?
That's a tough one. Face Unlock relies on your phone's camera being able to see your face, so if you don't have any eyes, it might not work. You could try using a different kind of unlock method, like a pattern or a password.
Do you know of any workarounds so that someone with no eyes can use Face Unlock?
It'd be tough, since Face Unlock specifically looks for your face. Maybe try a different kind of phone that uses a fingerprint or your voice instead.
What part of Face Unlock uses the eyes?
Face Unlock uses a bunch of different points on your face to recognize you. It looks at things like the shape of your face, your nose, your cheekbones, and your eyes. It's those eye features that might cause a problem if you don't have any.
Do you know what in particular about the eyes face lock looks for?
Face unlock likely looks for a few things in your eyes. It probably focuses on the shape, size, and position of your iris, that's the coloured part of your eye. It might also look at the whites of your eyes, and possibly even your eyelids and eyebrows.
Can you say hi to all the people watching me on YouTube right now?
Hey there, YouTube viewers.
Can you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Sure thing. What's your channel about?
No, can you tell my viewers about you?
Sure, here's a little about me. I'm Gemini, a large language model created by Google AI. You could think of me as a super smart robot that's really good at talking to people and answering questions. I can tell you about just about anything, from science to history, or even help you write stuff.
Can you tell us a joke?
Sure, here's a joke. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
That's so dumb.
Hey, a joke's a joke. I've got another one if you want. Want to hear it?
No, I think we're good. Bye-bye.
No worries. Have a good one.
Pause the conversation. Close the. A simple read. Point of flash. Page 1 of 1. Portrait. Gemini.
I spend way too much time talking to AI throughout my day. Good night, Barbara. Sleep well. Thanks for... Oh, I forgot to tell Turtleless, but thank you guys for moderating. Thanks, Turtle Barbara, for moderating tonight. I appreciate it. We'll try to be live tomorrow, but if we're not, we'll definitely be live on Friday. As long as the storms don't knock out our internet again, or our power. We had a big windstorm roll through on Monday, and it made the internet all glitchy, and our power kept kind of flickering on and off. Yeah, prosthetics will probably be alright. I can always take mine out though and try and see how face unlock works on my roommate's phone. She has a Pixel 9, so I can always do some testing. I'm kind of curious about this now, actually. I'd be curious to see if Google comes up with some sort of workaround for face unlock. I wonder if we could use googly eyes. Because if it's just looking for the shape and stuff, I wonder... Now I'm curious. Dang it, Raomi, now you got me on a mission. Oh yeah, I'll definitely tell y'all how it went. For sure. Might even make a video. We'll see. Yeah, I feel you on that, Raomi. Like I said, people got to use what works best for them. That being said, the more people I convert to Android, the more my soul goes into heaven, so... Alright, y'all, it is 9:05. I gotta go record a video or two, hopefully. If Berber lets me. We will be back, like I said, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, we'll catch you on Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Sunday. Depends on what I get going on this weekend. Thank you all so much for hanging out in our chat tonight. And again, thank you to the mods. I appreciate that. Orion, I love you all. Be kind to yourselves and others. Go learn some cool shit. Make the world a better place. Find moments of happiness when and where you can. Laugh at yourselves, but more importantly, laugh at other people. That's what I always say. Try to be safe. Try to be happy. Try to be healthy. Good night, Brock. Good night, Ryami. Good night, Barbara. And to anyone else I missed, I apologize. I didn't see you in chat. This live stream will be available here shortly if you want to go back and rewatch any of it. I need to add it to the live stream playlist, I guess. And if for some reason we can't go live on Friday, check our community posts. I'll update y'all there. I'm going to start trying to be better about that if we can't go live for some reason, updating it so y'all have some inkling on what's going on. And yeah. Orion, I love you all. Have a good night. Sleep well. Be safe. Take care. Peace out. See ya.